It's day 2 of the annual policy conference on Mackinac Island.
And already some big announcements coming from our state leaders today. Let's send it over to Fox 2's Charlie Langton, who joins us live from the Grand Hotel. And Charlie, everyone says, what is everyone doing up there? And you have a list of all the good things that are being accomplished there as well, right?
Well, there's actually a lot being accomplished tonight. I mean, we can talk about all the money that's being given out to help small businesses. We can talk about this governor's race coming on. They're talking about civility, but one of the big things today was that the Secretary of Transportation, Pete Buttigieg, he was here on the island, and he was talking about infrastructure and the fact that Michigan actually got about, $3 billion or so, give or take. It's in the ballpark there, of money to really fix the roads and the bridges and charging stations, etc. And construction can start all around Michigan. In fact, it already has started. So we wanted to make sure that Michigan was a player. And could Michigan get more money? That was a question that actually the Lieutenant Governor, Garland Gilchrist, we talked to him, he was asking the Secretary. They want more money for the roads. Take a look. This is, first of all, what the Secretary of Transportation said just a little while ago.
This is a perfect place to talk about what it means to drive economic growth and opportunity through good infrastructure investment. And let me tell you, for anybody who might mistakenly be thinking, why did we do all this as a state if the federal government was going to pass infrastructure legislation? Let me make very clear. States whose governors and state transportations have been already running hard on infrastructure are the ones that will be best positioned to take advantage of the federal dollars that are now coming your way. And that's exactly the direction that the governor has led Michigan into.
How important is it that the Secretary of Transportation was here?
It's really important because Michigan has defined mobility for 100 years, and to have the person who's charged with the infrastructure investments on transportation and mobility, to have him here to hear from all these stakeholders that are at this conference is really important for how we're going to go forward.
Can Michigan get more money from the feds?
That's exactly what I talked to him about 30 minutes ago.
How much?
How Michigan can be well positioned to compete for all the competitive dollars. And what he let me know, and what Mayor Mitch Landrieu also let me know, and I met with him in March in Washington, D.C., is that the state of Michigan is well positioned. We have a good history of pulling down these dollars from the federal government. The jobs that they create, the infrastructure that it creates, it's going to make a difference. And so we're excited to have Michigan be a leader in that.
All right, and you heard the Lieutenant Governor trying to get some more money from the feds. Everybody wants money. They're giving out money left and right here at Mackinac Island. By the way, Governor Gretchen Whitmer actually signed an executive directive, as she calls it, to speed up the permit process. So when MDOT gets to build a road and they have to do a number of issues there, they can hopefully speed up the the bureaucracy part of it and get those roads. So as I'm being told, we're going to see a lot of road construction and bridge construction and infrastructure going on pretty soon. Kind of a little bit of an irony, talking about vehicles here on Mackinac Island when there are none on the island. I'm looking around right now. All I see is some horses in the background over there, and but no vehicles. Yet this was a big topic of conversation at the Mackinac Island Policy Conference. I'll send it back to you guys on live here at the Grand Hotel.
Yeah, the only horsepower is the buggies right behind you there and all around you. When you take a look, though, Charlie, at all the debate that's going to be happening with the Republican candidates, talk for a moment about how that's such an important stage for them to be seen on, not just by Republicans, but by Democrats alike.
So this is what's interesting is that this is going to be tomorrow. I don't know if that was strategically planned to have a lot of the political stuff later on in the conference. Conference is over on Friday, but tomorrow the Republican candidates for governor will be debating 4:30 or so. And it is important because this is the first time that a lot of people have seen all of these candidates. And really, I tell you, Roop, not a lot of people are talking about politics right now. They really are talking about trying to get jobs. Where does education play a role? Infrastructure as far as roads go, civility, yes. Politics, it doesn't seem like it's really a big conversation. But that will all change tomorrow when the shift will now be on who's going to be the next governor. At a policy conference like this, the governor does have a very prominent role. Whether you're a Democrat or Republican, this is really a sounding board to sign an executive directive or initiate a new program or whatever it may be. So it is a big deal. And who will be the next governor? There's a big election. Could very well be the incumbent governor. We just don't know. But I think for the Republican side of things, this is going to be interesting to see these candidates face off one-on-one. That will be a topic of conversation tomorrow.